All right, as we know, the US just bombed Iran, taking out 3 of their key nuclear facilities. And I think a lot of us have the same question here in Canada is, how does this affect us? Before I get into this, just a quick disclaimer here, going to be completely upfront. This has nothing to do with the Canadian Forces, the government. This is solely my opinion. So if you're not here to see my opinion on things, then maybe this video isn't for you. But again, nobody asked me to do this. Everything I'm going to talk about is based off of my opinion and readily available material that you all have access to. And I'm going to be honest, that's all the information I have. I don't know why you guys all get this idea that I have these national secrets. I promise they're not telling this random combat engineer instructor here in CFB Gagetown what's going on up in their planning office in HQ. Great, so now that I covered my ass, so the big question, does this affect Canada? Well, directly, no. Canada wasn't involved in the strikes, and the strikes were US on Iran, not the other way around, so we really don't have any involvement. But indirectly, yeah, I think there's going to be some ripple effects, as there always is when we see world events. I think the biggest impact to us is going to be the global markets and energy. Let me explain what I mean by that. And again, this is just my opinion. So as we know, whenever there's tensions in the Middle East, especially involving Iran, there's always some risk to the oil supply routes, especially in the Strait of Hormuz. Sorry if I mispronounced that. This could and likely will spike oil prices worldwide, and we will feel the effects of that here in Canada through higher fuel and heating costs. I think the next point is strategic readiness. Canada is a part of NATO and NORAD, so if the conflict does spread wider, we may be asked to contribute with assets, resources, or even just a deterrent support, whatever. It may not happen, and again, I'm not speculating anything, I have no idea. This is solely based off of history and things we've seen in the past. And historically, when stuff like this does happen, militaries across the world do go into a higher readiness. So the things I'm saying right now are nothing new. The next point I think is politics and diplomacy. As we know, Carney's already responded, he's called for some restraint and a return to diplomacy. And this tracks with Canada's long-standing position on nuclear non-proliferation and avoiding direct conflict. We generally support multilateral action and the peaceful resolution of conflicts, which has been seen throughout most of Canada's history. I keep getting the question, are you worried? Should we be worried? And honestly, I'm not panicking, and I don't think you should either. This is serious, of course, like every world event, but we've seen plenty of flare-ups before. And again, this is just my opinion, but I think it's just another flare-up. Canada's got a great intelligence organization and a great military, and we stay ready just in case, so. I'm sure a lot of you guys are sitting at home, sitting at work right now, scrolling through the news on your phone, watching it on TV. You're seeing a whole bunch of headlines and you're wondering, does this matter to me? And I think, although you shouldn't be worried, yes, this does matter to you. Because world events, they always have a ripple effect. But no, not in the ditch your job, grab your bug-out bag, and move your family kind of way. Again, these are just my personal views. I'm just one guy giving you guys my take based off readily available material. There's this weird misconception that we have this extra news that you guys don't. I promise you, I have the same news that you guys see on the TV. We've got troops deployed giving out 8-figure grid references of their exact location to girls on Tinder. You honestly think they're going to give us this classified information? Stay informed, stay grounded, and if anything changes, I'll know when you guys do. Before you go, do not forget to subscribe, like, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on the whole event. And like always, catch you in the next one.